Now I'm over everything in life and shared all not all my memories I shared in life. I still have 20 times worse, more problems than what I ever shared, but that's all I feel like sharing. Sometimes, I'm just giving myself some fun. I'd rather talk about other things. I'd rather laugh and make jokes. You really don't want me to snap back and just be like, it doesn't matter what you think. Or just sit back and be like, well, what would you do if it happened to you? People only get tired of sitting around listening to people how much they don't care. When I work hard and I work at doing things, I work at automatically putting the safety out there, stopping people from feeling loneliness, stopping the chances of I don't ruin relationships. I put that all out there in the public all of my life, and people don't give a crap in reality. So imagine how 20 times worse it is for other people. We don't meet each other, and the same people we bump into in our lives or the people we grow up with, especially when most of us move away from our hometown to go to college or for jobs and all of our skills, we got to go where the money goes, or we got to go where it's popular. We got to make changes in our life. We got to do things for ourselves. So we got to roll with the punches and live life in freestyle. And I just don't like to make plans and situations. I like to do roles. I like to play characters, but I'm always being myself no matter what I put myself in. From past things, this stuff just came out. All my stuff that I'm starting now is just ever since coronavirus. I had to live by new names and live by new decisions. That's a part of life. It's not restarting over, because everybody notices my face and everybody knows who I am. But I just do things. I already think about the consequences before I do things. I'm here to enjoy life. I don't have to think about the aftermath in life. There's nothing that I wouldn't do or say that I wouldn't say to anybody, or do and say in front of my family, or do and say in front of Jesus. If you want to be political about things, sometimes I have a lot of questions about life, but I deserve answers. I don't like to be given the runaround just because people don't know the answer. If you don't know the answer, then just say you don't know. If you don't know how to treat people, then just say you don't. If you're only after causing people pain and problems, then just go away. You got other things to do. You got better things to be doing than just sitting around destroying my life. Who gives a crap? Would you like me to say that? Why should I even care about people like that? You always want to speak the bad stuff and just say, well, you should turn the cheek because you're the person of faith. But you wrote that stuff to make them look all innocent and sissy, when they're not really, man. They're suffering just like everybody else is suffering. People can only take so much in life before they just give up and say, well, you know what? If the little things I do in life isn't good enough, the jobs I've had in life is not good enough, then oh well. Then boldly go. I'm not going to hold anybody against me. But don't come back years later in this reality and complain that, all these people I met in life, and you already know who you all are. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, don't expect no answers and snitching from me. Sorry, but you got the wrong person. But you know who you all are that have done me wrong in life compared to the people that haven't done me wrong. It's not my decision. It's not left up to me to tell the liars from the other people and all this other occasions that I speak about. I'm getting tired of waking up and I'm ignoring my pain and I'm ignoring my problems for a reason. I'm just not talking about this stuff. I'd rather get into other things, talk about animals, talk about objects, talk about rapping, just talk about skits and other things. I love to play characters. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons back in the day, and I played a magical elf. I'd like to work out learning superpowers, learning about energy, learning about all this smart technology just so I can fit in. I want to do things on my own. Don't sit there and degrade me just because you don't want to learn that stuff. Well, then go about your business. But don't try to destroy me or destroy people I want to be involved with and all the stuff I stand for, because you can easily just mosey on to somewhere else. Go find some other channel. Go find a loving relationship. Go find comedian shows. See if they don't run into similar problems in life, All these girls complain they want somebody to open up, but when we do, you treat us like crap. So why should we go out of our way for a society that never went out of their way for us? They never tried to be apologetic for the answers or for their decisions they made in the past. If I've done something wrong, I'm not afraid to apologize or say something that, I'm sorry that I've done. But all in life, I'm not afraid to say no to something. I'm not afraid to say no to sins. I'm not afraid to just walk off. I'm not afraid to just say, well, if you're taken, then the only spot that's available is being friends. And if you're not willing to work things out as friends, then that just is decisions they make. That ain't nothing I got to do. I know the difference, man. If I want to flirt with somebody I like, then I'm going to flirt with them. But if they're taken, then I'm just not even going to bother making conversation. I let people talk to me. That's what I've done all my life. So these are just people I've known and people I met all my life. These got nothing to do with complete strangers or the fans and all you other people that are out there. It's got nothing to do with you people. But if you're acting all betrayed and jealous and mad and upset because of the words I say, then perhaps you've been acting in the same actions as everybody else has been doing. Maybe that hits home for a lot of people. Maybe people are having problems in life and working out things because you seem to have no problem with the people that you care about or the friends that you make. You certainly have conversations and deep conversations with them. You certainly talk about sports, or you talk about cars, or you talk about women, or the women talk about men, talk about friendships, past experiences, and nobody blows things out of proportion. Nobody has all these fights. Nobody has all these problems. Yeah, we have arguments, but the next day you're back to being friends again. But nobody seems to do that. Everybody just seems to disregard each other. I've been in programs where I didn't live there, but I've been there for a year in a program, and people don't show you any attention because they don't know you. They're either too scared or they want you to talk to them. But, it depends on where you go in life. People, you got to give people chances. You can't just disregard people just because they don't talk to you. Now, it's one thing to say something about the people that do talk to you and then bounce off to somebody else. If you're sitting there talking to a girl and making great conversation, then that's great. But if she throws in your face that she's with somebody or has a boyfriend, that never makes me jealous. I just don't give a crap. I'm just not ready to be in a relationship. I'm trying to, all my life, I've been fixing my life and trying to better my situations and get higher paying jobs so I can take care of somebody and take care of my family and take care of my kids. But nothing I ever do in life is good enough. No matter how all the stuff I fight for a bigger purpose, and show people that why we're suffering, that we need help and assistance, people just don't care. But now that I'm gone from their lives, now all of a sudden it hits people that, oh crap, he was just being on our side. He was just being open and trying to share his experiences. But now you people want to apologize or just not even care even more. It's the same thing of what my ex wanted to go through. When she left to go with somebody else, that person cheated on her. And now you know how it feels. How does it feel? It's not so funny, is it? Isn't that right, generation? It's not so fun when somebody ruins your relationships, ruins your friendships, is it? Now all of a sudden you don't want to stick up for things. Now all of a sudden people want me back in their lives. Well, it's too late. You chose other people. You chose to move on and move out with other people. Now all of a sudden it's not working out, and you want to work things out and want to move in together and have a family life that you never got to live just because you're sick and nearly dying. Well, guess what? You didn't really care how much pain you put me through. All these people I ever met in life, you didn't care how much I lost out. You didn't care how much I didn't lose my jobs and had to move away. You never cared about putting yourself in my shoes. You never cared about what somebody else is going through and how they see the planet. You never cared about people's stability, mental problems, their heart problems. You never cared about all that stuff. You were only just in this world to do whatever it is you're doing. I just don't get it. I just have bad reactions to that stuff for a reason. I don't wrap up in all that stuff. It's sad to see that people go through this, but, that's why people are seeking therapy. That's why therapy comes out to help people in the planet make better decisions when they can't always make decisions for themselves. But who knows the real reason why they have therapy? Who knows why people have problems in their relationship? If you're on the outside looking in, nobody's going to know what's going on until you open up about what you've experienced, and that way you don't have to go through it anymore. That's the whole reason why people even talk about negative things, is to get over them. Everybody knows all this information. I don't know why the public doesn't realize anything, or they don't see the good in people, or they don't see this, and they don't see responsibility. They only see, high, successful, rich people on television. That's got everybody blinded to not giving a crap about each other's lives. But you got to understand that these people are just playing fake roles on television. This isn't how they are in real life. You got to realize that 90% of all these experiences we've experienced have been in real life, not in the movies. Not all of us grown up with a golden spoon put in our mouth and had to rely on daddy's money or mommy's money. None of us had to have that. We had to work for everything. And when people just blast you and just tell you you're not good enough, then let them go. Move on to somebody else. Be cool with being alone. You're never really alone in reality. There's always somebody that has it worse than you. There's always somebody that has it better than you. So what? Who cares? Who gives a crap that people have better stuff than you? Who cares about if they got better relationships than you? Who gives a crap? Like The Rock says, it doesn't matter what you think. Who cares about all that pain? You've already gotten past that. We've already gotten past this stuff as a society. We want to do other things with our lives. Since we can't do, all the basic stuff, then we got to turn to something else and move on. I don't know what to say anymore, buddy. I don't know what to say to people. I don't know what to say to my kids. Do I tell them how evil life is? Should I really reward them for good behavior? Should I take it out on them? What should I do? It's not like I'm getting guidance from anybody, just my family and friends. Maybe people are just overkilling things and just overdoing things when they talk about how people are bums and make fun of poor people. Well, guess what? Your family is not really the richest family either. So if you're making fun of other people because of their money problems, you're making fun of your own family. So now you're just starting fights between people, and that's what you didn't want? Well, that's the energy and the obligations you put off into the world. Those are the actions. No matter how much you change your stories, it's too late. No matter even if you don't remember. Yeah, you do remember. Everybody remembers 80% out of 100% of everything they've experienced in life. And if you did it while you were intoxicated, well, perhaps you wouldn't want to be intoxicated, because you might do something death-defying, or you might get in a car accident and not remember who you ran off the road. You might not, want to mess with that stuff if you're not ready to handle that stuff. You might not want to make fun of people if you're not willing to see past people's bullcrap, It's just crazy stuff that goes on in life. You gotta swing with the punches. We've already dealt with the negativity in life. What do we got to lose? Positive stuff? What's wrong with that stuff?